Do you ever feel like every marketing angle you try just falls flat? It never converts the way you thought it would. Well, in this video, I'm going to help you get rid of this marketing spaghetti. First, I'm going to show you where you can find your true customer insights. And secondly, I'm going to show you how you can psychoanalyze them to find the subtext of what they really mean, their actual true underlying pain points and problems, and their true psychological desires, so that your marketing message finally has people nodding along every step of the way as you guide them to your solution. So this is a little tool called Anvarka, and it helps you find interrelated, and it's almost just a map of all the subreddits on Reddit, basically. So this is a really great tool we can use, and we can pair this with an initial prompt, which helps open our mind to different areas that we can sort of start searching on Reddit. So it's actually a simple prompt, and I'll give information on how you can get all of this stuff through the video. I'm looking to expand my market reach for a product I'm selling. Please generate a list of 21-word keywords for Reddit, etc., etc., etc. Here's my product overview. So we just need to put our product overview in there. So we'll do this for my SEO business. I help businesses rank higher, convert faster, and market smarter by combining advanced SEO strategies with AI tools. So we can run this prompt, and it's going to generate us a list of keywords that we can then use in Anvarka to actually help find what our potential customers are. Personally, I've made all the same mistakes that people make on Reddit. I do search engine optimization, so usually I would go over to the SEO subreddit and start crawling through here because I think, well, that's what I do, so I should be in that subreddit. But these aren't always my customers of where they are. They might be helpful intuition and market research into the industry, but a lot of my clients who are business owners or SaaS founders, they're probably not hanging out deep in this SEO Reddit, so we might need to find other places to look. So we can use this prompt. So you can see all these different keywords that might be coming out. So we could pick something from here. Let's say startups. We could take that and we could go and use that in Ankara here and start searching around that keyword. And you can see it's going to bring us out a map of all the different subreddits that are related to startups. SaaS, for example, entrepreneur, marketing, sales. There's probably all sorts of things in here that actually, once you click through, we could go SaaS and we could find all the different things that are related to SaaS, and we could go on and on and on until we find them. But this just helps you expand your mind of like where you should be looking based on your keywords for your potential clients and the problems they might have. So that's the first great place to start using and finding subreddits that you can start tapping in and finding information. I also like to use Upwork as a freelancer or an agency because it helps me see what people are actually hiring for at the moment, what problems they have that they're trying to solve with freelancers and agencies, which is always a good barometer of the market. For example, at the moment, I'm seeing a lot of people looking for AI, SEO, GEO sort of help. They want audits and see whether their site is optimized for that or not. So that's giving me a barometer of, okay, there's a lot of demand in the market for that at the moment as well. But you'll often find Reddits and forums and social media comments. People honestly vent their frustrations a lot. So these are great places to start, or even competitor reviews as well if you don't have a lot of reviews yourself. So we want to be going and finding these little bits of gold so that we can actually start psychoanalyzing and finding out what people really mean. So let's take this one, for example. This is in the small business Reddit. We'll just start with one at the moment. We're just going to take this. I'm not even going to go into the comments. I just want to take this actual post because this is a problem. Someone's actually got a problem. They've got a question, and we want to understand what their actual pain point is deeper than what they're actually just writing on the screen. So we can take this, copy this whole post, take it over to ChatGPT or Claude or whatever your preferred LLM is, and paste it in there. And then we can use a prompt that I've been working on all day. I'll show you this prompt, and then I'll show you a tool that takes it to the next level as well. But this is just an easy way for anyone to start using. Again, all these prompts are in my marketing prompt chest, which has got nearly 90 prompts in here that you can use. There's a link in the description where anyone can get this for free, basically, so you can find all this stuff in here. But what we're going to do is we're going to take this is a massive one that I've been trying to put together all day to see how it works, and I finally got it into a good working state. And as you can see here, it's called my what do we call it, the forensic psychology analysis prompt. And this is what we're going to use to find the subconscious language patterns, buying triggers, behavior patterns that we can then replicate and use in our marketing to take someone from their psychological pain point to their true desires. It's going to help find human behavior patterns, buying triggers, subconscious language patterns, and a few bits more to find people's hidden psychological motivations, give us a breakdown of how we should be marketing to them and the sort of customer DNA and what we need to be focusing on for their true pain and desire. So if we run that prompt with this Reddit post, it's going to start to uncover things that most people are completely missing. They're not actually reading the subtext of what people want. And we can start to get our customer DNA profile, their psychological tripwires of, please tell me there's a better way to do this. I've burned half my morning just trying to get a basic health check. We can see the things that that are causing them their real frustrations, and even build into their vernacular goldmine, basic health check, burned half my morning. These are all power phrases. They're exact words that we can replicate back into their marketing. That's really easy one. I burned half my morning. Have you burned half your morning trying to understand your financial situation? Whatever, you can see how you can repeat these things back to people. And even it gives you an emotional intensity map to see how intense and how much of a problem these things are for people on a scale, which is really cool. But what I wanted to do, I actually thought I could take this another level and actually start prototyping a little tool that helped us do this, that gave us a deep dive mode and just made things really clear about what people are struggling with and what they truly want, and how we can use that in our marketing. Plus, also a market correlation as well. This was really cool that I just added to this little prototype. And again, you can get this tool. I'll put a link to it in the description as well, because I want people to start testing it and giving me feedback and what we could do with it. But basically, deep dive mode and market correlation. So we could put multiple comments in there, multiple pieces of text that people, multiple frustrations from different places: Reddit, Upwork, social media, reviews, forum, other. I can add more, takes more stuff away. So we can add loads of sources in there and get a market pattern of, okay, these are all different comments and sort of different framed areas, but is there anything correlating? Like, what is everyone struggling with or not? Let's pick another question in here that we could start looking at. Let's just pick a really short one, actually, to show that it might even work with really small prompts. And there's some samples in there as well if you can't, but even just a small question topic, it can run a deep analysis on and actually pull out way more than you think is actually going on here. So after a few seconds, so it goes away, does the analysis, and comes back with a really quick snapshot of the customer DNA, just based on these like few lines of text that most people will probably overlook: the persona, what they're struggling with, client communication barriers, perceived lack of value, client relationships, hidden desire, their trigger event, realizing current ports are being ignored by clients. So we've got the core fears, hidden desires, and what's triggered this thought in their mind. We've got our 4-layer analysis of the surface level, the hierarchy, the temperature, sort of past problems, currently, what they want in the future, what they actually want to work with their clients with, and psychological tripwires, some things that we can read a bit more into, make this thing kind of easier. Time-saving solutions is a trigger for immediate interest, emphasize workflow simplification. And we've even got we've got some ratings on the side about how important these are, what they say versus what they mean, again, and an implementation guide, copy recommendations at the bottom here, which was really cool. Turn ignored copy reports into client conversations. Finally get the recognition your work deserves. I don't know if they're quite perfect. You might need to put a few more things in here, but that's where we could actually go to the market correlation and say, well, we'll take that one. Where was that other one we had as well? We could take multiple of these and go and put these in here. We could say that was a Reddit post. Maybe let's try, we've got Upworkability in here as well. So maybe let's try a completely like unrelated post on Upwork looking to hire someone, to see if that correlates in any way to what we're talking about with these other two small businesses. Are all these business owners, they might be trying to do different things, but at the end of the day, these all might be because they're time strapped and they need tools and help to do other things. So if we can tap into those, oh, you're time strapped, here, let me sort that out, that's a great way to unlock these psychological patterns. So you can see it takes a little while to actually find these correlations, but then it does actually bring it out. Dominant fear, and I know these were slightly not maybe posts from the same industry, which it would work better if they're both posts related to the same industry or same sort of rough area. Dominant fear, loss of control and wasted resources due to inefficient systems and processes. So we might be able to see that in the way that the Upwork post was written, in terms of what they want out of their freelancer versus the small business owners about what they want out of their tools, etc., etc. So efficiency and wasted resources. Universal desire between everyone is streamlined efficiently that delivers measurable results without complexity. And then we've got pattern strength as well as here. This is still, I'm still building out this tool, this bit of the tool a bit. Strong market intelligence, moderate. So I can see as well, which we sort of picked up on. Strong correlation is time and resource waste anxiety, systems integration challenges, marketing opportunities, and source breakdown as well. I'm thinking as well, it would be cool to add like a competitor analysis as well. So you could actually take your competitor reviews, put them into a tool like this, and get feedback on what they're good at, what customers are actually frustrated with, so that you can pick up that slack with your business. Maybe also, I don't know, let me know in the comments how we could use this even better. Maybe even a Chrome extension where we could just almost highlight text on a screen and get the true meaning and the true analysis behind stuff would be cool. But as I say, all the links are in the description for all of this stuff, so you can start trying it out yourself. It'd be great to get some feedback on this forensic psychology analyzer tool here, which I think it's pretty cool and it's working really well, and I hope it helps you actually get your marketing messages really clear in terms of really dialing down into what people are actually, what their psychologically pain points and problems are, and their underlying actual desires in their business and life are, not just sort of the surface level stuff that they're actually communicating on Reddit. What's the subtext behind what everyone's saying?